Everybody ready? Very good. I thought another good competitive day. We got your third downs, which obviously is a huge emphasis of improvement. And we've got to continue to work to be as detailed, as precise. Make sure that your communication, you're being on the road, especially with the crowd noise, all the different elements, and then you go out there and you play to the best of ability, because we got to be able to get off the field on third downs, and we got to be able to sustain drives. I mean, it's going to be a huge part of this game. It's going to be a team that they're going to want to try to control the game, control the clock, and very similar probably setup to what last week's challenges presented, and we've got to do a better job than what we've done. So I thought our guys. They're continuing to pour in, with that, and just trying to push the standard of expectation, and then you'll be able to go apply that come Saturday night.
When you look back at the running game against North Carolina, where were some of the breakdowns?
I mean, there's at times. I mean, we had times we had good space, and whether it's just a one-on-one block where you either lost leverage or lost connection. There's a few communication issues just with maybe a shifting front where we've got to do a better job in our application to the scheme. There's a few times where just a backtrack where just another step on track would have a chance to be a big difference for us. And then there's a couple times where we've got to be able to get the ball and play on the edge as well. So there's a lot of different elements that go into the run game. We have to be better at it. We got to be more consistent with it. And obviously we'll build upon that for what we're trying to do on Saturday.
Kai Bates continues to earn practice reps. How close do you think he is to seeing the field?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kai is really doing a nice job, and he's somebody that's been he's been patient for opportunity, but he's also been somebody that's been taking advantage of each day. And I really like what I'm seeing from him. I like what I'm seeing from Charles, Ricky Knight, those young DBs. It's a really good group, and obviously got big expectations for what they can be. It's just it's the trust of the process, and who knows if it's Saturday, if it's here the next couple of weeks. I mean, they got to be ready if their number's called.
Alex talked about solving one problem and then another problem kind of surfacing when it comes to the offensive line. Are those guys starting to find more defined roles, or is it rotation?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to not rotate. I mean, it's we've had 8 different starting lineups, not by choice. I mean, that's not something you ever sign up for. There's a few teams in the country that I think it's maybe 2 of us, like 2 teams in the country that have had that kind of turnover, and neither of them have played very well up front. And and I mean, I do believe in the growth and opportunities, and we got to do that throughout the course of the season, and we got to show up and we got to be able to apply it. But it is hard on some of our players too, and I mean, there's guys that have shown some growth, especially a couple of our younger players, so that just for due to depth and due to some of the needs that we have for positions. Those guys have had to do a lot of different things, and it's all part of this game too. And we got to continue to grow, get better. And I mean, I do think these guys are putting in a lot of work, but it's just in the moment we got to make sure that we trust the things that we've trained to do, and you'll be able to react as fast as possible. Once that ball snapped.
Their defense creates a lot of turnovers. Is it forcing the issue, or is it just being sound?
No, I think they do a great job of forcing the issue. They play. I mean, they play at a very high level. They've got good football players, but you could see the intent of the violence to the ball, and they've been able to create some in the air, but it's something we've harped on. We harp on it throughout the year, regardless. But I mean. It's just understanding that no matter where you are in the field, somebody's coming, either if in front or behind. They're going to be taking a shot on the ball. So it's something we're obviously we push to for our own defense, and have not been as productive. But it's a defense that's definitely earns your respect when you watch how violent they are to the ball.
Is there anything Al Golden does schematically, or Marcus Freeman does schematically, defensively that challenges, or is it more so good players across the board?
I mean, they're good coaches. I mean, they've done a really good job, over the years, and what they do, how they attack. And part of it is allowing really good players to go play, and there's they give some of those guys on the defensive front a lot of freedom, and they play well together. The linebackers. There will be no hesitation with them. It's very similar to kind of what the Cal's defense, and what it looks like and how they play. Just guys that trigger quick, and you better when you get to blocking, you better bring everything you got. So it's a really good defense, and they've done a nice job throughout the year.
Last time you got a handful of guys that were on playing in that game. Last time you guys were up there, Notre Dame had a similarly talented team. You guys were trying to find your footing. Are there any parallels or sort of lessons those guys learned that you think they'll pass on to guys?
No, I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, how that would tie together maybe. But, it's about going to play the best you can play. I mean, and it's a different team, different group. We got our shot come Saturday night, and we got to put everything that we have into going to be the best we can be against a talented team. But I'm excited to see our guys go compete, and they're excited as well. And we've got a grand stage to be able to do it.
Last one.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Mac Brown talked the other day about the amount of representatives and agents that are reaching out to his program about players who aren't in the portal. Basically saying there's a lot of tampering going on around this time of year. How challenging is that for roster retention, for just building for the future for you?
Well, I mean, for us, I think I asked a question last week about recruiting your players, and every day we step on that field, that's my recruiting opportunity for them, and what we the time that we pour into them as people, is the time helping them work to grow to be the men that they're capable of being. I mean, that's my recruiting effort, and because anybody can sit in front of them and tell them something that might sound good, and get them to feel a certain way in the moment, but and they know it's true, and that they're going to be pushed, they're going to be challenged, they're going to be cared for, and lifted up when they get knocked down. I mean, those are all things that obviously we've worked to do throughout the years, and then there's also going to be times where it's real conversations, and we've got guys on this team right now that probably their best opportunity to play and to contribute might be somewhere else, and I want to see those guys go and maximize their college career in what they can do. But other people reach out, I'm sure. I mean, it's there's with the collectives and all the other stuff. I mean, I'm sure that's definitely there's probably calls being made, but I don't get too consumed with that, because I want to make sure that these guys they see it from us. Our effort that we have into helping develop and pour into them, and we got some great ability and talent on this team that I do think has really, really bright futures as they continue to grow in those, especially those younger classes. And I'm excited to see what those guys are going to be able to do as each day goes by.